Hey goalies, this is Mike. In this video, let's take a closer look at the new Ritual G2 Custom Pro leg pads. The Warrior Ritual G2 Custom leg pad is without a doubt one of the most innovative leg pads to hit the market this season. Though it borrows some design cues from the original Ritual pad, many of the G2's internal features are new and extremely well thought out. Let's take a closer look. Here at the face of the pad, you'll notice that the stock setup comes with just one break at this squared off outer roll right here below the knee. Though as we'll see in a moment, the stiffness of the pad can be customized above the knee using a unique adjustment system that's at the back of the pad near the knee lock. Both the lower knee brake and the boot brake have a good amount of flex to them, allowing the pad to move with the goalie's leg while performing any move. And taking a look at the outside edge of the pad, you'll notice the extremely thin profile here from the knee to the top of the thigh rise. This thin profile saves a bunch of overall weight, and it allows the pads to easily overlap each other as the goalie takes a deeper stance or goes into the butterfly. As we move towards the boot of the pad, you'll see that the profile gets thicker as more foam is added, and you'll also notice that Warrior has kept, yet modified, its post wedge design from years past. This year's design features a more curved shape up here at the top of the pad to help it contour more to the goal pants when the goalie's in the butterfly. And if I turn it a little bit here, you'll see that this pad is also thicker and more rigid than past designs to give the puck less chance to push the wedge inward upon impact. For those who haven't seen this post wedge pad before, it does a great job of covering the area between your knee bend and your skate and the post right here when you're hugging the post in your stance. Here at the boot, Warrior has kept their bindingless, rounded boot design from the older Ritual model. This rounded boot allows the pad to keep a much more square profile here at the toe, and because, as you'll see here, this seam is rounded and it's flat and it has no binding, when you go down into the butterfly, the pad easily slides on the toe and it seals flat to the ice, so there are no gaps in coverage that you might see from a tapered toe. Here at the leg and the boot channel of the pad is where things really get interesting. For starters, let's take a look at what Warrior is calling their profile lock. You'll see the pad has no straps up here at the top, but this tab allows the goalie to adjust the profile of the pad from a more straight profile to something that's angled. And here's how it works. If you want a more straight profile, you simply undo the flap, get the profile as straight as you want it, put the Velcro back down, and if I turn it, you'll see it's got a really straight profile to the pad. Conversely, if you want a more S-shaped profile, you lift up the heavy-duty Velcro tab, you can bend the pad in to your desired flex, again, attach the tab back, and you've got a more curved S-shaped profile to the pad. The folks at Warrior have been testing this HD Velcro on the profile lock for a long time, so they know it holds the pad in the shape you want to keep it in, and there won't be any quality issues with it. Here at the knee lock, you'll find several brand new features. First of all, goalies who wear the knee cradle either very open or very snugly can do that in a number of ways simply by adjusting a few straps and pads here at the knee lock. So goalies who want a really open feel can obviously just strap it very loosely. You've got a nice wide knee cradle here, so you'll get a very loose fit. Or if you don't want any knee cradle at all, this pad here is actually removable through these two locking clips here, and you can take this Velcro strap, run it down to the calf lock, and you've got a very open setup. Conversely, those guys who like it really tight can put this pad back on. You can strap the Velcro very tight, and you've got a more snug fit. The knee cradle is wide enough to accommodate any size knee pad, but you can achieve the fit you want. Another benefit of this knee cradle design is the fact that this outer pad can twist. So because it's attached using the Velcro and these locking clips, once the goalie goes down in his butterfly, this pad can twist out of the way. This keeps it very snug on the goalie's knee, but because it actually twists, The goalie's knee doesn't fight the pad at all. The pad works with the knee. It opens up so you don't get any resistance as you go down into the butterfly. Here at the landing area of the knee lock is what Warrior is calling their knee drive system, and it works like this. If you look at the pad from this angle, you'll see that it's been built up in a nice wedge shape here at the inside edge. And this wedge shape serves two functions. First of all, it takes up any negative space that used to exist in other pads. For example, this piece might be cut straight downward, and there was always a little bit of space between your knee and the landing block here. So that little bit of time it took for your knee to move down to contact the landing block and then the pad to drive to the ice could be the difference between a save and not making the save at all, or having the puck squeak right underneath the pad. Because of the knee drive system, your knee is always in contact with the pad, so when you go to make your butterfly move, the reaction is much more quick and you get a quicker seal to the ice. Second, if we turn the pad a little bit this way, you'll actually see that this inside section of the pad has been elongated somewhat, which makes for a very wide, stable landing platform, probably the widest in the industry. And it's also got a nice thick knee block here, and again you've got this ridge right here at the top of the knee block. So when you go into the butterfly, you can see just how nice and wide that platform is and how well that knee block seals to the ice. Another added benefit of having the much wider landing area, as you can see in this shot, when you go down on your butterfly, these two pads actually seal really well together, even when you've got your legs in your jiggy fly here. So you just happen to miss the puck, you've got some nice seal with the knee blocks, there's a good chance the puck will impact these two thicker pads and you'll still make the save. Here at the leg channel, you'll see that it's lined with this thicker yet removable pillow here. Once again, the G2 pad allows the goalie to customize the fit of the leg channel to his or her needs. Goalies who want a more traditional fit can simply keep the channel pad where it is, and goalies who want a really loose open fit can remove this pad entirely, and it creates a nice, deep, and very wide setup where your leg can move very freely inside the channel. In this shot, you'll see that the calf lock padding is segmented in several places to allow it to really wrap around the goalie's calf. And here we see two large elastic and HD Velcro straps here. These are actually what hold the pad to the calf, so it eliminates the need for leather straps altogether. The boot channel has been designed slightly differently from the original Ritual design, and it features these really cool what are called active response straps. These take away the need for a traditional leather boot strap and a toe tie or sliding toe bridge, and we'll show you how these work. Here we've got a better shot of the active response straps, and we'll show you how they attach to the skate, and then we'll show you how they work. Here at the top, you've got this double elastic boot strap that runs from the calf lock here to this D-clip on the outside edge of the pad, and that will just clip right in using this clip mechanism. And then you've got the same thing here at the toe, double elastic strap. You've got a D-clip that's sewn in right here, and again you've got an attachment with this clip. Notice that these two attachment points are on the outside edge of the pad, so there's really little chance of any pucks impacting them directly, and they are pretty thick and sturdy, so they'll hold up really well. If we take a skate here, put it inside the boot channel, we take the first double elastic strap, run it where you'd normally insert the strap for your boot channel anyway, clip it in. We've got your other double elastic strap, run it through the point where you'd normally insert your toe ties, and you clip that in as well. And now the skate is attached to the pad pretty securely. Here we see the setup from the rear of the pad with the skate completely in the boot channel. So here's how the system works. You're in your stance. Obviously the double elastic holds the pad very square onto your toe, so there's little to no movement. It's just as good, if not better, than a traditional strapping setup. And of course you can adjust the tightness of the strap too to your needs. When you go down into the butterfly, The active response straps is a little hard to show in the video, but the active response straps allow the toe of the skate to move freely. So the pad can lie flush, yet your toe can move freely here to make any save, make any lateral push you need to make. And then when you come stand right back up, the pad centers itself on the skate again. So it's really a much better design. There's no need for heavier leather straps. There's no need for toe ties, which can often be sloppy because you have to leave about an 1 or 2 inch gap between the front of the pad and the toe of the skate. So you get a pad that's much more connected to your foot, and it's a little more flexible as well. For those goalies who are more traditional and who just can't get rid of their toe ties, there is a bridge here in the front. You'll see the holes that it's got that run throughout the bridge. You can insert traditional lacing through this and go with your toe tie setup if you'd like to. One thing you may have noticed is missing from the pads is a traditional attached thigh wrap. Instead, each Ritual G2 custom leg pad comes with these separate knee and thigh guards, which have been upgraded from the normal retail version of these pads. As you can probably tell by watching this video, a lot of the innovations here in this Ritual G2 Custom Pro leg pad were made to save weight as well. We put this 34 plus 1.5 on our scale, and it came out to just under 4.4 pounds, making it one of the lightest pads that we've got in our inventory to date. You can customize these pads fully in custom and other options, and they come in 3 separate designs. You've got this stock design here, you've got Warriors Euro design, and you've got Warriors Classic design. You can check them all out at TotalGoalie.com, and thanks for watching.